Okay, so where do I begin with this video?
Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child, I live in Wonderland.
Hi, this is Angie with Flippin' Fanchers, and I wanted to make this video to talk to you about why we haven't been doing any blogs or videos in a while. I've been a little bit on social media, but not too much. So just wanted to kind of give you an update on where we are right now. My husband, his name is Carson. He's the other half of Flippin' Fanchers. He hasn't been feeling well for the past 2 or 3 months. He's lost a lot of weight and just hasn't been feeling well at all. So we weren't for sure what the problem was. He does go to the doctor a couple times a year for checkups, things like that. But he hasn't ever had any blood work drawn, so we wasn't really for sure what it might be. So when he was losing weight and he just wasn't feeling very well, he talked to some of his coworkers about his symptoms. One of his coworkers suggested, or actually asked him, if he ever thought about diabetes. And his dad had diabetes, so he thought about it. It was in the back of his mind. I never really took care of anybody with diabetes, didn't really know too many people, and my grandpa had it, but I wasn't his caretaker, so I didn't know too much about it, what the symptoms are, things like that. So I never really Googled diabetes, never even thought about it. I wish I had now in hindsight. But he took his, the coworker had a blood glucose meter, and he took that meter and took his blood, and all it said was high. We wasn't really sure what that meant. The coworker that took the blood knew exactly what it meant. It said you need to get to the doctor's office. We ended up buying a meter for ourselves. We just went to Walmart and bought a meter for ourselves and tested him again. It still showed high, and tested all of us that were in the that are in the household. We tested normal, pretty low, in between 80 and 100. So when we looked up all of what it should be, then we saw that it was supposed to be 80 to 100. It's actually 70 to 120 is what the doctor said. But his just showed high. And what that meant was the meter would just go to 600 and couldn't go any further. So it was well over 600, which was almost coma stage, is what we later learned. So we made an appointment with the doctor for Friday morning. Went to see him, and they did a lot of tests, and they confirmed that it was diabetes, and they did some blood work called an A1C, and what that is, it goes back 3 months to see if it can go back 3 months to see if you've had diabetes for that long, and he was at the highest level, so that means he has had diabetes for well over 3 months. He had symptoms of it a couple of years ago. We wasn't sure what it was. He gained his weight back, and so we didn't think anything about it. So we're thinking around a couple of years ago is when it started. So that's the reason why we really haven't done any DIY projects, because he just hasn't felt like it. And we've been trying to figure out what it was. Monday, that next Monday, he fasted, and he had some blood work drawn to see if it was type 1 or type 2 diabetes, and the doctors all said that it was probably type 1 because he has lost all the weight and all of his symptoms showed type 1. He wasn't doing well on the medication that they prescribed him over the weekend, so they put him on insulin, so they just knew it was going to be type 1. Well, it came back type 2. So I was doing my research on that kind of thing, and I have read a lot of stories where people have had type 1.5. Now, I haven't talked to his doctor about that, but we do go see a specialist this week. So I am going to talk to the specialist about if he might be type 1.5, because he has all of the symptoms of that. If you or anybody you know have the type 1.5, if you could just comment below, and if it sounds sort of like the symptoms to you, I am going to put a lot more of his symptoms in my blog post, and I'll link that below when I get that done. So if you have like I said, the 1.5, or if you just want to, if you'd rather not comment down below, you can email me at Angie@flippinfanchers.com, or if that sounds right to you, if you've ever even heard of 1.5. So where we are today is we're waiting to see the specialist. We have a diabetic training that next month that we need to do. It's an all-day training, so it's going to be, I'm looking forward to it because I'm not for sure exactly what to do. I'm not for sure what to meal plan, because I usually do my meal planning on Sunday and we get the groceries for the week, and I'm not for sure exactly how to meal plan on that. I've just been doing like chicken, things like that. So I'm really looking forward to these classes that we have. I have been getting a lot of recipes from online friends, so thank you, Amanda. So I've been getting a lot of those, and they're very good recipes. Actually, we have been pretty surprised. A lot of the sugar-free stuff that he never would have touched, we just love it. You know, there's a lot of it that we don't like, but there's some of them we just love, and he's doing really, really well with his diet. He has been checking his blood glucose several times a day, which is what he's supposed to do. We've been writing it down, and so he's been really, really good with doing things like that. If you know of any like meal plans that, or if you have a website with meal plans, I'd love to see it. Or if you know of any recipes, then definitely put those in the comments. I would love to, any recipes that I can get I would love, because I'm kind of at a loss of what to feed him. And I would like recipes for the whole family. You know, we have a 13-year-old, we have a 23-year-old in the home, and then me. I would just like recipes that I can make for the whole family, not just him. So if you have anything like that, that would be perfect. So thank you. And I think that's it. We have been doing some DIY projects, so a little sneak peek behind me of what we've been doing on one of them. We've been doing some more that I can't wait to share with you, but they're kind of few and far between as of right now, until we get out his sugar levels straightened out, things like that. Until then, we've been doing some small things. This was no small thing, so it kind of it was a bigger project than what we thought it would be, but I can't wait to finish this up and show you. So hopefully I'll get that video out this week or next week, something like that. So stay tuned for that. I'll put a link in the description box below to show you what some of the resources are that we have used and found really helpful. So check out those resources down below. And definitely subscribe below to our channel. We would love to have you here. If you want to hear more updates about our diabetes journey, that's what I've been calling it, and then let me know in the comments below. If you'd rather just see DIY projects, just let me know that too. That's fine. If you want to see all the updates as soon as I post them, just hit that notification bell below. That would be awesome. And hopefully I'll get back with you sometime this week with a brand new project. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us while we are on this journey, and we really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much. Until next time, bye.
Coming true.